Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. First of all, I will like to say many thanks to Allah Subhanahu wa Ta'ala who has given us mercy and blessing so I can present my research proposal. And let me introduce myself. My name is Santi. I'm from class B 2018, and in this occasion, I would like to present my research proposal. The title is An Analysis Using Video Learning English in Teaching Speaking at Junior High School for Majene, English Education Department, Faculty of Teacher Training and Education, University of West Sulawesi. Okay, research proposal. The first is introduction. The second is Chapter 1. Background. According to Harris in Angradi 2014, speaking is complex skill requiring simulation, nervous use of number and different abilities which often develop different rates. Research questions. The first is how to use video English learning in teaching speaking, and the second is how is student perception about the use of video learning English learning in teaching speaking. The next is the objective of the researchers. The first is to know the use English learning in teaching speaking, and the second is to know the student perception about the use video English learning in teaching speaking. Scope of the research. Based on identification that I have mentioned before, the researchers focus on the video English learning in teaching speaking. Significance of the research. The first is the teacher, and the second is the future of the researcher. Chapter 2. Some of previous study. The first is Riftiningsi Fatima 2018, the use of video media to improve the students' listening skill, a classroom action research for the second grade student of senior high school to grade Magelang in the academic year of 2017 or 2018. The second is Muhsin Muhammad 2018, the use of video blogging as media app improves student speaking skill, a classroom action research of the 11th grade Bahasa of Man Salatiga in the academic year of 2018 and 2019. The next is some of patient ideas. Thornbury 2001 mentioned that speaking is interactive and requires the ability to cooperate in the management of the speaking turns. The first is macro and micro skills, function speaking, type of speaking, the difficulties in speaking, types of speaking, a component of speaking, and teaching speaking in junior high school. Learning of media. Definition of learning of media. Arshad 2006. The media is a cellular wasila, which means intermediary of message introduction from the sender of the recipient of the message. Learning is a process communication between learners, teachers, and teaching materials. The conceptual framework. The first is And the first, we have to using video as a media in learning, and the next, learning speaking. And after learning speaking, we have to using video as media in learning, and the next, student perception of using video learning. The next is chapter 3, research method. This research will use descriptive qualitative research. According to Sugiono 2017, the descriptive method is research that describes the state of the object under study as it is, according to situation and condition when the research is carried out. Time and place. The research will conducted in 1 month, which is carried out for the January running in academic year 2020 and 2021. Her research will be conducted at Junior High School for Majene. Source data. The first is primary data and the second is secondary data. Research instrument. And the researchers will use research according to Sugiono 2018 if viewed from the data source. Then the data can be accessed using primary researchers and secondary researchers. Then, when viewed in terms of the way or data collecting technique, then the data collecting technique, the researchers use observation using video recording and note, interview using voice recording, questionnaire, open-ended, and documentation study. The next is data validity testing technique. The first is observation, the second is interview, the next is questionnaire, and the next is document study. The next, technique of analysis data. And the researchers use, the first is data reduction, the second is data display, and the last is conclusion driven verification. I think that's all for me. Please forgive me if I make mistake. I think it's enough. I think that's all. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.